stage here because Israel really doesn't compete at the European level in the Euro Beach Soccer League, so club competitions are their only opportunity this, and of course the World Winners' Cup comes up 26th of October. For BSC 54, well, Swiss teams have had success in the women's event in the past, but not in the men's. They have the likes of Glenn Hodel. In fact, him and his brother playing in this game. Nola back from injury. Very welcome addition to this side and back on goal scoring forms. Axel Dam, Danish, top international player. Champion to play alongside some real quality here. Oba, Japanese international. Steinemann, whose mom actually played for the national team as well. He features here, Swiss international over 10 years now. Remember him making his debut back in 2016 time. Also on the shores of Portugal.
Ladies and gentlemen, senhoras e senhores,
well, the flag is out first. FIFA flag, a lot of FIFA staff obviously engaged over the other side of the Atlantic from here in the USA and Canada and Mexico. This is a very nice prelude because these games finish in and you can join World Cup games this evening. Host nation USA did win 4-1 yesterday, pretty spectacular that was too. And the FIFA family extending here to the shores of Nazaré. So referees make their way onto the sand.
Agora a constituição da equipa do Beach Soccer Falfala.
There's actually 5 there.
Com o número 5, capitão Rodrigues. Com o número 1, Odell. Com o número 7, Machota. Com o número 8, Demais. Com o número 9,
timekeeper and someone to look after the benches.
Com o número 17, Oba. Com o número 21,
BSC 54 introducing themselves onto the sand here.
Com o número 29, Steinman. E com o 34, Shabana.
Interesting kit they're wearing.
Agora a constituição da equipa de Falfala. Com o número 10, o capitão Ameriatin. Com o número 6, Karam. Com o número 7, Jabarin. Com o número 8, Tanger. Com o número
Jabarin
9,
was
Moab.
excellent yesterday.
Com o número 11, Morel. Com o número
This was
13,
Moab.
Elliot.
And then they've got Elliot Manoud there who will be facing up against a lot of his Swiss compatriots. In this Beach Soccer Club 54. Rodrigo is going to be a miss, suspended for Falfala, but plenty of strength in depth otherwise. They bring a big squad to these tournaments. Good support staff as well. And when we look at their staff list, they've got kit manager, a physio, assistant coach, and of course head coach as well, my man in there. The Swiss team, well, a bit quieter on the bench there. There's Kammer, the coach, just the physio Jan Skula, you can see next to him. 2-man band. Well, there's as many referees as there are players on the team today. Maybe fancy a kickabout later. On in there. Of the talent from him to pick from in this. Cup winners, the players of the year in amongst that squad. For Beach Soccer Club 54, real spine of top Swiss talent, Hodel, Ott. On the bench there you can see Steinemann. Falfala, Danger, Morachinho, 2 Brazilians there who've been amongst the goals, and Elliot Manoud. Swiss turned Israeli for the past week or so in this competition. Oh, very interesting kit that. It's almost like they washed it with something green. It's led across to it, but each to their own. Chino with a few words of encouragement. Tense look on his face. Well, they got lost in the final. Falfala last year, won it in 2023. First team from Israel to win the competition. First team, well, outside of Europe than in UEFA, but technically, as we know, outside of Europe. Nude, started first team previously. Every minute of every game. That's an in goal. Well, beat Soccer Club 54. The difference in frame between the two goalkeepers, most definitely. And Holding, see there, number 9. His brother's also playing in this tournament. That's goalkeeper. Looking the strike. Happy to watch it wide there. Maracino it was with the effort. Well, Soccer Club 54 were excellent yesterday. Art and Hodel, stars of the show. Require every little bit of their expertise and influence today to overcome this Falfala side. One of the strong favourites here. Finalists twice in the last 3 years and winners once. And they've let them in there straight away. Hudson got back and it was a decent save in the end. He had to recover to make up for his error. Shot from Jabarin. Straight at the goalkeeper. Nude. High press here. BSC 54. The good ball forward and the open out really should have been to the left foot there and a swing and a miss. We'll go back to the keeper. Look again. Build up, Madsen. Just for the overhead, Robert. Hodel. Well, he couldn't do anything about that really. It was almost like defensive work, but he couldn't adjust his body quick enough to take it towards the goal. Well, that was dropping from a great height there, Maracino. For all his technique and skill, couldn't quite connect. Over and Hodel combining. And clearance, acrobatic clearance. Decent effort from Madsen again. He's caught off his line, but he covers well. His feet, isn't he, the Swiss goalkeeper? Either away. Oh, it's in! Well, that's happened more often than not. The goalkeeper took the chance 2-3 times to go forwards. And when he does, he's off his line. And Banji saw that and capitalised. Now, whether he meant it or not, only he can know. But the header, yeah, I think he meant that, definitely, because he just lifted it so high. Brilliantly done. I don't think twice about coming off his line now to play the ball. When you have shots like that, goalkeepers, it's realistically, you've got to either make the goalkeeper make a save or hit it over the bar, or wide is better. Anything in front can be punished and has been. Beach Soccer Club 54-0, Falfala 1. On display here, you can't give anybody an inch. He's not thought twice about going forward here. He's gone sideways rather than having the shot himself. Back. That's in. The overhead kick, not too far away. Nothing is going to trouble Elliott. but I'm here to play the ball. I'm starting to pepper this Swiss goal with a good few shots now. Whatever it was there, a big, strong physical side, this Falfala. Hudson. Been put off coming off his line, to be fair. Watching favours the bold and the brave. Fine line there between that and reckless, though. Nicely done, Hodo, off the bar! Well, that's what he can do. That's what he did do in the recent Euro Beach Soccer League and a number of times over this tournament as well. He is absolutely lethal for the overhead kick, I would say. Alongside Braishul of Belarus and Minsk in this tournament, he's the best overhead kick taker or overhead kick executor, or whatever, or whichever phrase you want to use in the game today. He's absolutely lethal once that ball is in and around the area where he can just adjust his body. It doesn't take much, to be fair, it doesn't have to be that high up. There's a chance, and it just dragged past the post. Jabin just got his foot round the ball and connecting nice and squarely on it. That's in. Space and time. Well, if that had been hold on that side, you know that would have gone for an overhead kick. In that case, quite the same level of confidence with the mace. He's taking a knock to the hand or the face, the hand it is. Such a great turn, rattles the post, Madsen. I'll say he had it covered, but it was fine margins. Second effort for number 7 in a row. That's trouble the Swiss goal, but the scoreline has not changed. Defensive work from Falfala. Watch this strike again. Oh, there was a gap there, wasn't there? Madsen left at the near post. Maybe he should have had his foot in front of the post. He gets away with it. There's the overhead. Falfala get away with that. Sit down. Nice play. Nice quick play. The goal scorer for that. A wonderful header earlier on from his own half. In fact, maybe 5 metres from his own goal. Just that overhead whistle wide. Can't interfere with the player. And they're going for the overhead. The Mace was certainly doing that. Oba, I should say. No, the Mason was correct the first time. These difficult players decide to all dye the hair blonde. A few words of encouragement there for Nolot. Maybe a few bits of advice on where the goalkeeper is likely to go or what he's likely to do. So well known, of course, to Hodel, Elliot Manood in the goal. It would be Oba to take it. It's a great position, isn't it? That's the Japanese international got in his locker. Oh, Good save by Manu. He just crept off his line ever so slightly as he was running up, didn't he? And had the angle. That's a good save from Madsen, really sharply down to his left-hand side. Manu just sort of smothered the space, really. Big fella to get past. So for the overhead. Good defensive header. Chino doing a bit of defensive work alongside his undoubted attacking prowess. Mood. Chino. Berlin asking for the ball. Good overhead kick from Ott and a finish. Well, it is no lot on the end of it. You can see the bandage knee there, and you can see how much a goal means to him after a year out with injury. Brings his team level. It would be a surprise if a Swiss team did get to the final. Not really a surprise when you look at the quality of players, the likes of Hodel and Ott. And Ober combining there shows you they have some real quality, the Swiss side. In terms of club sides, Swiss haven't featured too much. In terms of the men's game, Grasshoppers have won it previously for the women's. Controlling the tempo here at the moment through Ott on the right hand side and Madsen with the effort. He's gone over his head again. And he's caught. So it should have been there to Maracino. Held by Madsen. He's getting away with these disappearing forward. That's a decent save in the end. It took a deflection off Hodel and on its way through. That's congratulations off Swiss International. Being instructed by the referee to play it down to the other end. In fact, this is a drop ball for him. Hodel. Hodel, flick on. Striking an unorthodox but effective save. For the overhead, good save by Manoud. Had to react quickly. Getting that ricochet out is causing him a lot of problems. BSC 54. I think they could get caught here. He can break very quickly with Falfala. So free kick in a nice central area. Mace more than capable of scoring from this distance. Damn it is in fact. He's just trying to bounce the bobble, it's wide. Chance surely. Oh, it's blazed over. Oh, I should have found the back of the net there. We get many better opportunities than that in the game, especially one as tight as this. Acrobatic clearance had to be done. And you're doing good defensive work there. Scored the only goal so far, which was borderline defensive header, but I think he did know exactly what he was doing because he lifted it so high. He scored from literally 3 or 4 meters from his own goal. Manson. Good strike. Just couldn't get the flick near to the goal there. Manson again, he's straying off his line a lot here. Caught out once. That could very easily happen again. Overhead, but can't find a goal. Who else but Glenn Hodel? End of the first period. Well, it's been tight. Little to choose between the two teams. And 2 moments of absolute quality to leave the scores level at the end of the first 12 minutes. The break it is Beach Soccer Club 54-1, Falfala 1. So we're about to get underway for the second period. Soccer Club 54 to kick off. Madsen, who was beaten by a chip from a header from around about 28 metres away. We see that Fangio with that goal. More conventional but equally spectacular equaliser for BSC 54. Leaves it all square. All to play for in this semi-final. We get the first ever Swiss side in the men's final. Defeat Grasshoppers via 2020 in the women's game. Oh, and there's a goal from Falfala, the simplest of finishes. Captain's finish. Goal made in Israel by home-based players. Jabarine to Yatim, the captain. And he was going behind him, but he had enough about him, enough agility to just adjust his position and take it into the back of the net. 20 seconds in, Falfala take the lead. Soccer Club 54 1, Falfala 2. Manood. The ball forward quickly. Madsen, a little bit all over the place, I feel, the goalkeeper. Makes to wonder. Shot and easily dealt with by Swiss keeper, who retains his place for his second period, Glenn Hodel. His brother is also featuring as a goalkeeper, but not called upon as yet in this game anyway. The number of beach soccer playing brothers over the years. Most famously the Martins twins of Portugal. Just a little flick on. The head tennis. Ott with the throw. Back to Madsen. It's defensive work. Madsen out his area again. And loops it forwards. Overhead, Marcinho. Mood, proving the barrier. Awkward for him to deal with, but he dealt with it. That's all that matters. Hey, hey, hey shouts. Oba, Japanese international. One of two playing in this tournament in the men's competition. The other one was on the sand before, Arzu, of course. Will be making the final this year. Japanese captain. Shows the level of quality. That was just a playoff game. Oh, and that's a finish. Sensationally done. Well, there's nothing to choose between these two teams. And that strike was perfect from Dam. Caught it super sweetly. It nestled perfectly in the bottom corner. Opa just following up for good measure. Simply done. Look how well he just struck right through the back of the ball. Gave it a little bit of fade. And it's a great finish. Soccer Club 54-2, Falfala 2. It's a decent effort, rattles the bar. Well, the goal scorer from earlier on, Jabarine can't add to his tally. Madsen. Right hand side is proving fruitful for Beach Soccer Club 54. And again, Hodel with the final touch. Well, he's used to the spectacular Hodel, but the setup was very spectacular from Oba. And they lead. His brother, more hair than him. With the overhead, and Hodel doing what all good strikers do. Just hang around at the far post and pick up the bits. And he did that. Well, the effort was a little hopeful more than anything else. See there with his Danish coloured sweatband on, Axel Dam, up in the home country. Instrumental alongside quite a few others to really bring together that Danish team and propel them to heights nobody expected them to be propelled to be honest with you. They'll get huge support off their national FA, unlike some other nations. They do punch above their weight, and it means their big players can play for the big teams in these competitions, and this is their chance of glory and of trophies and of medals. It potentially won't be happening at the international level for them. Touch. Sent on the break now for Falfala. Cleverly done and a brilliant finish. Well, for the Brazilian, he showed great composure. Just to take it a little wider. Trust his ability to finish it from the narrowest of angles. His touch here past the keeper is the most important one, and it's such a tight angle, but he's got the ability. And it's an excellent finish, doesn't look difficult, but you know a good player when they make the difficult things look simple, and Moracino did that in that case. They are level. Soccer Club 54-3, Falfala 3. Well, anybody's call who's going to win this semi-final. The one thing, it could be a potential issue or a decision on who will win this game. Could be fitness, fatigue. They've played tough games, all of these teams, and over a week's worth of beach soccer now to get to this stage. It's about desire, grit, determination, maybe a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill to take them over the line here. Madsen, well, he's going loose again, isn't he, with his movement? He seems to be always a step or two, a little too far forward. For the strike and straight into that defensive line. Well defended there, Elliot Manood's goal. Ranger once again has scored for a defensive position, the first goal of the day. Madsen doesn't seem to be put off by that, and he's quite happy to drift forwards as he is now and have the shots. Here he doesn't drift back into his goal once there's a decent effort. And again, well, that was pinball in front of the goal there. Will they regret that chance? Moracino. Oh, well. It looked easier almost to control it and finish than it was to miscontrol it. Manood. I was watching pushing it all away. Very difficult to really swing and connect with it. Get it into the back of the net from Omri. This is what he doesn't do, is he plays the ball and sort of stays and watches rather than drifting back into his goal quickly. That could be the weak point. If he spotted it, Falfala, well, he certainly did with the opening goal. Ideally, you want to keep it to play it and then drop back into his goal quickly. Be offered again, but if you play it backwards a couple of metres or 5 or 10, not going to make that much difference. It's going backwards, isn't it? So the keeper, you go in advanced, play your ball, drop quick. Amir Yatin, the man rolling round. Perfectly still and in pain is no lot. Just come for the toe, I think. You know, like, was looking at him, right, thinking, is it the knee again? But it's the other leg. Bruising on the foot. Nice, does his magic. You see where he's heavily strapped his knee there, no lot, from his ACL injury previously. Nice day to be on that cooling Atlantic Ocean. You see, fairly wavy out there by the jet ski bouncing up and down. That's because of the breeze. You do get the waves crashing in on the shore here, and on the right hand side, as you look at the cliffs in the distance there, the other side of that is Playa del Nor, which is home of big wave surfing. So come February, March time each year, 20-metre waves appearing on that beach. That's where you'll see the records broken in those famous pictures. It's a couple of times all about the beach soccer, and that was almost all about the goal there. Overhead, wide. He's going to worry Ali Manood. Thanks for the overhead here. Oh, sensational! This time Sternyman, another Swiss international with so much skill in the overhead kick department. He's been reasonably quiet today, but he certainly made the noise with that finish. He contorted his body backwards there, set himself up nicely. Was falling backwards as he goes, and then rotates quickly and fires the top corner. By Steeneman, take a bow. High 5 or 6. Madsen, he calms his defence down. To the far post, but a bit too much weight on the ball. Apologies for Axel Dam. Quite contort his body to get round the ball there, Moad. Hot. He's quite far off his line, Madsen. He needs to drop in a little quicker, I would suggest. Hot. Cross corner shot, easy for Manu to deal with. I get a feeling there's going to be a goal or two more in this game, most definitely. Very difficult to call this one. No one has got any daylight between the opposition and themselves as yet. By the odd goal or two. That's him with a bit of space and time. He tries to drop if he plays this. And he's staying. That's what I'm talking about. There's the striking. Took a horrible bobble before he took it. Martino. Hence the miscoordination. Oh, brilliantly done. Hodel again. Just can't find the target. Hotting up this game. End of the period. Well, very little to choose between these two teams. One of them is going to make the final. Who that will be, well, we could find out in the next 12 minutes. Or maybe it'll take extra time and penalties. All to be decided. That man there, Hodel, will be hugely influential whichever way it goes. Hoses out to cool the pitch a little. relax in the sunshine here. Well, no relaxation on the pitch. All to play for in this final period. Falfala, they've elected to kick off here. Momentum going. I'm sure they'll attempt a shot on goal immediately. There's the strike. And it's good defensive work on the line. He had to dive and push that away. The goalkeeper's work without the hands. The return is a gap for the ball. Has to go back to build forwards and back once again. Good strike and just wide of the post. Madsen, you suggest, would have it covered from Thanger. Overhead, got to be in. No, just wide. I thought that was on its way in. Katz is taking a face full of sand and hits himself. That's it. That's some clearance off the line by the shoulder, isn't it, from Ober? Brilliant. And that just whistling wide to the post. Oh, there's the finish. Well, it's a bit of daylight now for the Swiss team, courtesy of a Japanese finish. The little ball and the overhead kick. Really well executed there. He had to really keep his eye on it. And it was a beautiful finish, great combo play. Is this the moment a Swiss team makes it to the final? Is that the key element to this game? There's plenty more stories to be played out, I'm sure, in the next 10.5 minutes. The tails almost definitely a Beach Soccer Club 54. Quite happy the scoreline says 5-3 rather than 5-4 at the moment. 2-goal cushion, just let the clock tick. That's what needs to be done. Space and time there. Dropping off, aren't they, for Falfala? That's a good effort. And good defensive work in the end. Tangier has been excellent on the back line for the Israeli team. Well, the idea was there. Not quite the finish. Steinemann, who has got an overhead kick finish here alongside Ober. Odell, of course. Who else? Inviting pressure onto them here. BSC 54. Axel with a wonderful volley to add to that also. Sat up for him off the ground perfectly. Good defensive work, vital defensive work. Goalkeeper fancied it, but couldn't get the range in. Good clearance. Touch of the desperation about it now. They're inviting a little bit of pressure on them from Falfala here. Not surprising. Maybe now is the time to be a little brave and just try and get forward quickly and just finish this game off. You think 3 goals would potentially be insurmountable at this stage. 2 is definitely not. Udall. How key will that moment be? Chance to build once again. He should play for Falfala. Mads with a great save. Nude. Thought about the shot maybe for the split second. The shot finally did come in for Thanger, and Madsen is behind it all the way. Chance for the strike from Madsen. Again, he watches it. Got to drop back in as soon as he's taken those shots. Nice play. Good defensive work. He's that time protecting his goal. Goalkeeper was behind it, but by getting to do any work when you can defend in front of him, a lot more efficient. Always makes the opposition think twice about shooting from distance as well. Locked down. Well, it's not the bad knee, it's a knock to the foot, and he had the knock to his shin as well in the last period. Bubbles his way off. You can see how busy the beach is there. Beautiful green ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. Chance for the strike. It's over the bar. Striker Madsen had to hang on to that. Did well too. Striking it straight at Manu, who plonks it down and goes for the long distance one, where you can see why Madsen, he's not learning, he's not getting back quickly. Tends to have a shot and watch it. Tends to have a shot and drop immediately. So he should drop back in. See what I mean? It's in behind him. It's risky. Risky for the chip, also risky for potential own goal if he were used to knocking it back in further in towards the goal and the goalkeeper. Patient play and making the clock tick down. Falfala don't be willing to close down. There's space and time. Oh, Manood was all the way behind it. Needed to be a couple of meters either side of the keeper to really trouble him, especially a man of his size. Well, inside the final half of the final period. I think once the clock goes under 4 minutes, it's starting to become a little bit panicky for Falfala. Especially if they continue to control the possession as they are at the moment. Soccer Club 54. That's very calm and casual. Maybe a little too casual. The chance for the strike there is. Oh, that could be the moment. That could be the goal that sends the Swiss to the final, courtesy of a Dane. Well, the homemade banners. That goal was made in Denmark. Perfectly changes the pace, flicks it up really nicely, and then just strikes right through the ball. Brilliantly done. Six-3 now, 3-goal cushion. Coach is ecstatic. Why not? Mads does his job there. Not there though. Oh, there's a lifeline. This is where the goalkeeper's a problem when he stays off his line so much, doesn't drop in. Marocchino, business-like, just picks the ball up, gets it to the halfway line. There's still quite a lot of time left. So where you want your keeper, just drop into the line, and then Marocchino would have to do a little more than that. To be fair, it should have been a better pass back from the Swiss play. It wasn't under no real pressure. Decent effort. Still a goal or two in either side here. It's open, it's attacking. They're going to have to chase the game. Falfala, that leave gaps at the back. Good headed away by Hodel. Strong header. Brave header. Build again. This will suit BSC 54. The more they hang on to the ball, their opponents. With their backs to goal as they were there. Still chip ball forward, straight to Manood. A little too much on it. To drop in quickly. Header across, and that's a interesting clearance to say the least. Panicked clearance almost. Quite at that stage yet. That man the difference. Marocchino. Patient build up from Falfala. Good defence, and ball squirms wide. It's off their blue shirt, so it will be BSC 54s as man there examines his foot. Just took it on the toe. There's Mads going. That's silly. Needs some calmness from the goalkeeper now. He needs to not keep his back to the play also when he's dropping back in. Again, he hasn't dropped in there. I'll keep going on about it, but caution is the key at this time. Steinemann couldn't do anything that would trouble Manood. This could be interesting if it goes in. It does! Well, it's an absolutely horrendous header by the goalkeeper, and it is potentially a lifeline for Falfala. 2:05 on the clock. That could be a lifetime for the Swiss team here. Needed to shut the gates there, the keeper. Most definitely didn't. This is nervous. Jabarin, confirmation of our scorer, which leaves us with just one goal in it. Or down, I should say. Being desperate for that to go to the other side of the post. Inside the final two, one goal in it. Definitely one team with their tails up, the other shrinking a little. Need to be careful here, don't commit the fouls in the box. Don't get too carried away. Work as a team, don't get dragged into individual battles. Hudson this time hangs on to it. Yeah, he's reckless, I would say. The striker is a brilliant save. It's just wide. Ooh. It's So close here. The clock is ticking into that final 60 seconds. And again, well, he's not short in confidence, is he? This time, I think the first time he's played it with his hands today. Into the corner, that's up and away. The referee given here, it's a free kick. Steinemann has committed the foul according to the man in yellow. It's a good save from Madsen. And that was a relief for Madsen as it went wide. Not so for Marachinho. Well, that was soft, I would say. Those days that might not have been given as a foul. So Thanji, the man who scored the opening goal of this game, entrusted here in the final minute, trying to bring Falfala level. He's got the power. Has he got the accuracy? Not quite. Ticks on. Only so much time he wastes the goalkeeper in this game. 5 seconds on the ball. Not even play it out to waste time either. Is this it? This the moment? No. It does chew up a second or two from Oba. Knife edge here, don't you? BSC 54. Done with that just being held in the corner. Quick interchange of ball. Clearance is industrial and goes for the corner. This will be the final moment of the game. Mahmoud, good clearance. That surely is it now. Can he do anything, the keeper? They're desperate for